Back to science class, children. In today's class we will learn unit 2, matter and materials. In that we will be learning about properties of materials such as flexible, rigid and waterproof. Do you remember what we learned in the last class? We learned about many more properties, physical properties. Okay, so in today's lesson, before we start, I would like you to go and bring these things which you have in your home so that we can investigate them as we learn the lesson. What are the things that you will bring? Pencil, handkerchief, then an eraser, spoon, then a plastic bag and a stone. Yes, are you ready? Okay. So, what property do these things possess? We will find out what they possess. What are flexible materials?
Flexible materials can be characterized by the ability to bend or compress easily without cracking under normal conditions. I repeat, flexible materials can be characterized by the ability to bend or compress easily without cracking under normal conditions.
What are rigid materials?
Rigid materials cannot be folded and can support its own weight. They are unable to bend out of shape. I repeat, rigid materials cannot be folded and can support its own weight. They are unable to bend out of shape.
What are waterproof materials? Listen carefully.
Waterproof materials are natural or synthetic fabrics that are coated with waterproofing material. I repeat, waterproof materials are natural or synthetic fabrics that are coated with waterproofing material.
So now you have learnt what are flexible, rigid and waterproof materials. Now we will see few examples for flexible materials. You can see a leaf, rubber band, leather belt, a fabric and a wire. Then you have a plastic use and throw cup and a paper. A triangle remains very strong and rigid. You are unable to change or bend it. So, few more examples for rigid materials. Those which cannot change their shape easily, they do not bend, are called rigid materials. Then, few examples for waterproof materials. Leaf. When you see during the rainy season, after the rain, the water flows down. It doesn't stay on the leaf. Then the kitchen roll, t-shirt, bath duck, rubber gloves, gumboots or rain shoes, then the plastic bag. Then materials, material properties and their uses. We are going to predict whether the following materials will stretch or need squash or remain rigid. Investigate your predictions using the things you have. Provide some examples of what each material would be used for. So, in your hand, what do you have that which is made of wood? The pencil? Okay. Do you think the pencil will bend? What will happen if it bends? It might break. So try bending your pencil. Don't break it apart. Okay. So it is rigid. And what do we use pencil for? Writing. So when we write, we want it to be rigid so that we'll have a good handwriting. What about the handkerchief in your hand? What do you say? What are the physical properties? Is it flexible or rigid? Okay, it is flexible. And why should it be flexible? Think what will happen if it is rigid and not flexible. What is something in your hand which is made of rubber? Yes. What do you have? Your eraser. Your eraser is also flexible. Yes. It is soft and flexible. It is used to erase. Handkerchiefs are used to wipe your face and your hands. And then what do you have in your hand? Yes, your metal spoons. What do you think? Will you be able to stretch the spoon, bend the spoon? Think. So spoons are also, metal spoons are also rigid and they are used to eat food. That. Then what do you have? Do you have a stone with you? What property does it have? Are you able to bend the stone? Is it soft? Even that is hard and rigid. And what are the uses of stone? They are used to build, play sometimes. Okay. Then what do you have? Do you have a plastic bag with you? Yes. What do you think the plastic bag will be? After you have tried, they are flexible and they are used to carry things. Okay. Now, why do we use metals to make cooking utensils? Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Metals are used for making cooking utensils because they are good conductors of heat and electricity, and so we can cook faster with them. Whereas non-metals are bad conductors, so they are not used to make cooking utensils. What do you see here? What are the people doing? Why do we use waterproof terracotta tiles for roofing? Waterproof nature's ceiling terracotta tiles allow them to hold up better against rainy weather by preventing leaks and moisture buildup during the rainy season, and also helps rafters and roofing frames to last longer. What do you see here? What material is good to make a belt? What is a belt? Leather or heavy cloth is used to make a belt. You too wear belt with your school uniforms. A belt is a flexible band worn around the waist to secure or hold up clothing like trousers or skirts. So they need to be flexible. Then we have a rubber band here. Yes. What makes a rubber band? Rubber bands are made of natural rubber. Natural rubber is made of long chains of molecules called polymers. Because these polymers are so long, they can be thousands of molecules long. They get tangled up in themselves. The result is a property called elasticity. The polymers are elastic. Okay, in this, now we are going to tell me about the uses of these things, the material in which it is made, and explain why this material is a good choice. What do you see here? The first picture is a saucepan, and then we have a canvas shoe. What is it used for? Saucepan. What is it used for? To cook food. What material is it made of? It is made of metal. Why is this material a good choice? Because it is a good heat conductor. Yes. Then we have canvas shoes. For what do we use canvas shoes? To walk. And what material is it made of? It is made of cloth called canvas. And why is this material a good choice? Why should a shoe be flexible? Why can't it be rigid? Yes, it will be difficult for you to walk if it was rigid. So we use canvas because it is flexible and it is also lightweight. So in today's lesson we learnt how to define flexible, rigid and waterproof materials.
Now children, are you ready for investigation? Find two more things from your house. You will have to find out what it is used for, what material has been used to make it, and why is this material a good choice. And write it in your rough notebook. Meet you in next class. Have a nice time.